There it is, dude. Ah, the coolest car in the world, dude. Man, look at the lineup, dude. Check the lineup. Guys, I'm proud of myself. I painted this, dude. Shout out to the Spray Source. This color's insane. If you guys want to see more about it, got a whole video on this right now. I have waited 3 years, a little over 3 years for today. So this car you can only get from one country in the whole world. Because not a lot of people know about it except for the people in that particular country, way, way, way on the other side of the world. Nobody's imported one yet to the USA. I've looked, I haven't found anybody. If there is, whatever, it is what it is. I'm not trying to flex here, but I'm the first person to import one of these to the United States of America. These are incredibly fun, underrated cars that are super affordable for right now. Sorry if with the awareness spikes the pricing, but it's arriving at the Black Tie Detailing headquarters today. So excited. Who let me cook, bro? Lineup about to be crazy today. Crazy day though. My race season is starting very soon. I'll be at the LZ World Tour. If you guys haven't seen this video yet, make sure you guys check out the video series where I put a 2.3 liter Mustang EcoBoost into my S13 and do a bunch of stuff to it. Perfect timing. He is 5 minutes away. So before I get started getting nasty, replacing my F-250's brakes, I'm gonna give the cars some good lineups, make some space for the new baby. Tell you what, dude, LS's, they're cool. I don't know how people like the sound of an LS over just a freaking ignorant sounding turbo Japanese or like just tuner motor, you know? I don't know, maybe it's because my mom took too much Tylenol when I was in the womb, who knows? But it's cool, but dude, turbo noises, they always win. There it is, dude. Ah, the coolest car in the world, dude. Captain, CEO of Hot Boy Drifting, dude. Guy, you're so much taller than me. Thank you to Jimmy.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
So this thing sat at the port for a bit, and it took us forever to find somebody with a TWIC card, or whatever they call it. And yeah, he's got it. So
yeah, I got access.
you just need some access to the port. Hit up Jimmy, or just DM Knuckle Up 10,000 times if you need some help.
It'll be fine, yeah.
Boys, it's here. I should, you know what? I think just like this, take it to the Knuckle Up event. Hottest car there. All right, boys, you ready to see this? This thing's been sitting outside a long time. Welcome to, I'm confident this is the first one in the USA, probably because they're goofy as hell and nobody knows about them, but this is my AU Ford Falcon. I can't wait to detail this thing. It needs so much love. You know what's funny about these cars is the front bumper is straight across on every single one of them. So you can put any bumper in the world just about on them. So people put entire S15 kits on these cars and they look wild. So actually, I think those might be like base S15 side skirts on this thing. That's an R33 front bumper. Yeah, it's goofy, dude. So I bought this car when I went over to Australia to hang out with Luke Fink a few years ago. Dude, it's still mint on the inside, dude. Get a little sniff. It smells like the Down Under. I drove this thing at Fink's track before it closed down, and it ripped. Now we're gonna make it rip even harder. That's what I'm talking about! These things rock. Inline 6. We'll go over it here in a second after I unload it. But yeah, this thing's gonna party. Might have to paint it yellow and put a taxi sign on top. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this thing's here. All right, girls, don't be too excited for Daddy's sweet new car. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Oh. Dude, who is so tall sitting in this thing, man? Nope. She's super dead. We can have, I can have Victoria drive over here and we can just jump it with cables. You guys get to see my cool new turbo setup on the truck, dude. Bro, I've been busy. Did a big turbo on this, painted that car, finished the 240. Dude, hold on, I'll rev it here in a second. Give her a jump. Oh. Yes. Oh. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know how many cylinders it's running on, but we got at least 6 total, so 4 or 5 still better than SR, right? Big Jay-Z. Big Jay-Z. Oh my gosh. I don't know, dude. Some might have just crawled up in there. I used to have an intake there. That's a lot of room for a turbo right there. Engine mounts, easy. Dude, it's been so long. This car means a lot to me. I promise they're cool. Side mirrors don't work. We got some wiring to do. All right, cool. Okay, we're down a cylinder. This is cool. This thing's a gem. Victoria's over there cheering like, wee. This is cool, man. I mean, it really is awesome to have this thing in America. People don't know about these cars and they're very cool. There's a lot of lore behind it that you can do so much to them. I think one of my tires is flat. Something's going on. I don't know what's happening. I drifted this thing a lot. I mean, it's falling apart. This thing ripped whenever I drove it last. You know what? I'm not gonna do anything ignorant yet. I'm gonna make sure it's got oil in it and fuel in it. I'm not trying to blow the motor right now. I don't care if it happens eventually, but let's go over it. I wanna talk to you guys about this car here in a sec. Hey, you girls wanna go see the new car?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's check it out. Wow, Julie.
Dirty car.
Dirty car. So, did somebody use it? Daddy used it. So I've already imported a new taillight, by the way.
Oh, I see a rainbow car. Let's see the rainbow.
Instantly wants to go to the other cars. Not interested. What do you mean? This thing is sick, guys. So I got this thing from AU House in 2022, very beginning of 22. Wait, was it 22? 3. So it's been 3 years. These cars are cool. A lot of you might know the Ford Barra engine. The Barra is, it's an inline 6-cylinder. It is 4 liters. This is the pre-Barra engine. So it's the same thing, essentially, but it's just the basically the daddy to the Barra. This is a inline 6, but it's called the Intech. It's the same thing, but it's a single overhead cam instead of a twin cam. And I don't know if you guys know this, I have a Turbo Barra sitting in my shop. So if anything goes wrong with this baby, we're gonna go full tilt. But I don't wanna have to do that. I'd love to drive this thing.
Oh, come on!
Oh, it's black tie to clean it. You know what? That is a great,
right one.
that is a great idea.
Y'all, every time we pass a dirty car, she goes, they need black tie to clean it.
Well, she ain't wrong. By the way, we have a springtime bundle. You get wash and wax, quick detailer, interior spray, and our car cologne, which this car needs. It smells amazing, but check it out, blacktiedetailing.com. I promise you, it is the best stuff you have ever used on your car. And I personally do all the research development on the products to make sure it's as easy to use as possible, but as effective as it can be. I didn't join this industry to make a gimmick. I did it because I know how to make this stuff. Those of you who have tried it, you know, it's the best. Really neat thing about these is they're solid axle cars. I wish we had cars like this. It's similar to an SN95 if the SN95 had a cooler inline 6 motor, but it's a solid axle car, 5-speed manual. It is a cable clutch. Everything is very, very simple, very basic on it. And it just runs. Like when I went to Australia, I drove this thing, dude, for probably 6 to 7 hours straight. At one point. Never a problem. I popped a pinhole in the radiator at one point, then we just fixed it because they're cheap. Now, the new issue that arises here is getting any extra parts, but cool thing is, like I was saying earlier, bumpers, side skirts, you can see that the front fascia just goes all the way across. There's 2 different variants for the headlights and the front grille, but I like the standard better. You can basically take any bumper imaginable that's about this size, cut it straight across, and just mount it straight up. Like the JZX100 kits fit straight onto this. It's crazy. It's nice. They're 5x114 wheels. They fit, you know, the front and rear guards, like they have a lot of space in them, so you can fit 18 by 9.5 all the way around. And we'll put some nicer wheels on it here in a little bit when we get it sorted, but it's so crazy.
For a long time, I was like, why are we bringing this other than it's like a cool car, but like that was your first big trip after getting stuff fixed and like that was your flight, like your big flight. That was your first, I'm gonna get
She's gonna cry. This is my first trip after a very rare undiagnosed panic disorder that I thought was just generalized anxiety that prevented me from flying, traveling, driving a car. And so this was the trip to like push my boundaries as hard as I could. This is the longest flight I could possibly take. I couldn't even fly an hour. I couldn't drive my truck an hour. Like I couldn't take road trip. I couldn't do anything. I was trapped at home mentally. Like it was one of the worst times of my life. And you know, we got brain scans done and a lot of work done. Got diagnosed with the right thing, good doctors. And I was like, okay, well, I'm starting to drive now. My mental's getting a little bit better, you know. Let's do the longest flight I possibly can. 18 hours on a plane, let's test it. What am I gonna do? Leave the plane whatever. So this trip did mean a lot to us. And so maybe that's why this car's so sentimental to me.
It's like everything that we see from you now, like this was the beginning of the transformation over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it's just a full circle moment.
Promise you that these cars look cool when they're sorted right. So let me prove that to you. You guys should know by now to trust my vision, okay? You've doubted me too many times, but you should know now. We just wait. You just wait. We're gonna get it going. I'm gonna get this thing street driving, drifting in full send as soon as I possibly can. All right, let's commence the Falcon build, boys. Hey, you've never seen this car.
Never seen it.
I've seen it more than you.
It looks like a piece of shit.
No, it doesn't. You're wrong. Transformation time is a go. All right, so the spark plugs were atrocious. I cleaned out the inner cylinder and vacuumed out around the header just to see if we could get it cranking. Been running all 6 cylinders, got a new battery and really sweet custom intake out of some leftovers I had lying around. So let's see if it actually runs. I got a full list here of things that I want to do before I do anything with it. So battery is done, plugs are done. I would like to do compression, leak down, and spark check individually. Then we'll do that later. Let's see. I don't like that, but hey, we're working, we're going. Oh, boys, that is all 6 cylinders. Wow, this thing was nasty dirty. That's so exciting. Holy cow. I gotta take a video and send it to my wife. Hooray! Guys, look at us. Look what we did. I'm about to put some new fuel in it. These things, when you ship them on a boat, you strap them down to a friggin' canoe. The fuel has to be like drained, so I don't think this thing can run long. It's probably got really old fuel in it. But I mean, dude, it's not even smoking. What is that? Give it a couple revs, dude. Oh yeah, we're puking out some doo-doo. She needs a good flush. These are cool cars. This one in particular is sentimental to me, but you can go look up a lot of these builds online. There's some really, really cool ones out there. I want you guys to envision with me, right? Just think real quick. There's a long journey ahead of us here. I'm going to repaint the entire car. There's a lot of things I'm gonna have to do. I haven't even opened up the trunk yet, kind of scared to. So we'll dive into that next video. But for now, I'm gonna check the wheel bearings or just the hub assembly and stuff like that, make sure that's good. And we're just gonna drive it to finish out this video. I want you guys to experience this with me. My other CRs are at the house at the moment, and these are dirty as hell, so we gotta use some black tie wheel cleaner to clean them up, but let's get it. So these are cool. Over in Australia, over in Brisbane, there's a place called AU House, and that's where I bought this car from initially. It's cool because the way they set these up, they actually just move the upper control arm right here, move them down to give you a bit more negative camber, and they have a couple little things to do with the suspension to get you a little bit more lock. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, these things are pretty out of the box. It doesn't take much to get these things to drift, and I don't know, super cool. Hold on, I don't think this is allowed anymore, dude. These spacers say, hold on, justjap.com. I don't think that's allowed, bro. They must be old. Pro tip, guys. If you guys get a lug nut stuck in one of these, instead of just banging it on the ground, just grab it. Tore my glove, but hey, got it out. Woohoo! Yes, sir. One of the coolest products that we have at Black Tie is our degreaser. Check this out. So one of the coolest things that you wouldn't expect it to do is, like, you see all these old decals. This stuff barely comes off with a razor blade. It's just stuck on there. So just a couple little sprays. This stuff's safe for paint, by the way. We were very particular about it. But yeah, look at this. Wipes right off, dries up without smearing because it actually defeats grease and petroleum-based stuff. But yeah, that wasn't even really a clean microfiber, and it is gone. 100% gone. This stuff's amazing, dude. Incredible. Don't sleep on it. Let's see what she do. Let's get her started, warmed up, and take her for a little spin. Anytime now, buddy. Might be actually out of fuel or low. These things actually sound pretty decent. Imagine like a throatier 2JZ. So it's a 4-liter inline 6. The JZs have a bit of a rasp when they're non-turbo, but the intakes actually don't sound miserably terrible. Had a little pop there. You take it for a spin, see if it lives. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we're just getting used to the new plugs, maybe. Oh. Oh. There's things flying around in the AC. I'm not even gonna touch that. No, thank you. It's like a brand new car, dude. This is the e-brake, by the way. Works real good. It was actually a pretty nice car whenever I got it. All right, let's see if this thing even drives straight. Oops. My first time driving manual. Okay, brakes are a little squishy. Need to figure out stateside what I can run for that. Maybe Crown Victoria brakes, who knows. But let's see, second gear. All right, dude, brakes work, we're safe. I mean, dude, these are cool. Like, these engines are torquey. It's 4 liters. That's unreasonably large for a 6-cylinder. Little welded diff. This thing's a ripper, dude. Woohoo! Uh-oh. Got some Aussie water that just hit my feet. I know this is probably a terrible example to show you guys as the first in the US. Like, actually, it's probably one of the worst examples. But these things are really slept on. They're cool. If you don't like them, then don't buy them, because the Aussies are really mad. Some of them are really mad that I brought it over here. So, dude, my fuel gauge even works. Huge! This thing's better than my Japanese cars. The 17s are actually really small on this. I was gonna do a 17-18 stagger, but I know a lot of guys over in Australia just do 18s all around, so I think I'm just gonna set some new tire. I'll put a way thinner tire up front and do 18s all the way around. But man, this thing's neat. Once I get, like, I'll repaint the whole thing. I'm gonna detail it, put a new tail light on, get rid of all the rust, and it's gonna look cool. But you know, you gotta have the vision for it. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. Niche cars like this, you just kind of have to drive and see for yourself to understand. But it's cool because it's basically like an SN95 with an inline 6 that just rips. These are really good cars, and it's a shame, honestly, that we never got them here in the States, because if they were in the States, there would not be so much of a 240 350Z tax. Like, people would be driving the hell out of these. I mean, this is basically about as close as you can get to a racing simulator as a real car, other than like a 350Z, but those are very expensive over here. So I apologize, Aussies, in advance. They're a diamond in the rough, to be frank, and I think they're super cool. There's no support stateside for them at all at the moment. It's a great candidate for a drift car, especially being right-hand drive. I don't know, it's kind of fun. I haven't really driven right-hand drive in a while because I sold most of them in my R33. Well, it's a Nissan, so it never drives. So, making sure my wheels aren't falling off. Okay, we're good back there, dude. We're getting rid of all the sounds, all the crazy stuff. Yeah, we're solid, dude. Just a good old Ford, man. Why didn't we get stuck with the dang Marauders and the Crown Victorias? Like, Australia just got some really cool stuff in the early 2000s, the late 90s, right? Even the mid 2000s. You know, aside from utes, aside from the truck cars, they just got some interesting, like, goofy things. Like, we really, in the US, had no reason not to make a rear-wheel drive manual sedan like this, you know, because the demand was there, but we got the freaking Taurus instead. What is wrong with you guys? Ford, hearing some slappy noises, so I'm gonna shut her off. I checked the oil, we should be good, but these Intex apparently last a really long time. They're very easy to turbocharge. Most people even frown upon swapping a Barra into these over there because they're just that easy. These things are cool. It's one of those things you gotta take my word for it, man. Like, no, it's not a freaking Lamborghini. Actually, you know what? Yes, it is. It's a Lamborghini. It's a four-door Lamborghini is what this damn thing is, dude. If you don't like it, if you don't believe so, then you can go stick it where the sun don't shine, but these things are awesome. I love this thing, dude. These are super cool. So some of the stuff I'm very excited about is we've got a new polish coming out at Black Tie Detailing called OmniCut, which you can use from all the way from wet sanding all the way down to your final finishing polish, which is insane. Nobody does that because honestly, it's mostly just gimmicky and people just want to sell you a bunch of different polishes. But we've got that coming out, and we're working on a true headlight restoration kit, which will be out soon, where it's an actual 2K clear kit with the sandpaper and stuff that you need, which I actually did on my IS300 lights. They were pretty bad. I have some before and after, but this is basically what you can expect out of headlights like that up there those headlights will look like this in about 30 minutes worth of time. So very excited about that. I love it. I've been waiting for this thing to get here so it can be a test mule. And what's crazy though is like, as nasty as this thing is, like a lot of this will polish out. A lot of the stuff back there that's like rusty, that, you know, it's been sitting again in the Australian wilderness, which is just not a place that any car should be for an extended period of time. That stuff will have to actually body work and fix very easy. I'll go over on like my Instagram and stuff if you guys follow me there. I do a lot of like how-to tutorial type stuff. It's very satisfying to watch. So I'll be doing some rust repair back there, but like this stuff, this will all polish out like with our OmniCut polish. So very, very excited to show you guys that. We're also working on a line of polishers and some microfibers as well. But for the record, everything that we test in-house is made with low pile microfibers, just like inexpensive ones that you get at Harbor Freight, Costco, Walmart, whatever, just because I know that's what you guys have. So that's what I try and make it to where everything that we sell works for what you guys need, because I think it's just the industry has too much guesswork in it, and with black tie, we just make sure we mitigate that or eliminate that as much as we can. So this thing will look really cool. There's a lot of really nice ones out there, and you know, it being just brand new to the US, it really the only one in the US, it's gonna be really sick. It's gonna be cool too, because everybody's gonna think this is just a little Ford Taurus with some spice on it. It's like, oh, who put some chili powder on a Ford Taurus? Well, Ford did, actually. It's we just didn't get them. So bringing this thing to car meets, people are just be like, what the hell? It's like a Chevy SS. Like, you think it's an Impala, and then you walk up to it, you're like, oh, big V8, cool. Still looks like an Impala. But very stoked, dude. So cool. Like we said in the earlier portion of this video, it's mostly sentimental to me to have this thing back. This car, and of course, you know, the Pro car, the Z, means a lot, but that car and this car right here, they're my two most important vehicles I own, because this is the vehicle I started drifting in, and a few months later, after I realized what I could work with and what I could do with my anxiety, I was like, you know, let's fly over to Australia, because why not, full send. And that's when we bought that car over there. Golly, look at this color shift in this thing. Dude, shout out to the spray source. This thing in person, I cannot wait for you guys to see. It is unbelievable. You can see every single color of the rainbow at all times. It's so freaking cool. Check out Black Tie Detailing if you guys haven't already. Again, I test, develop all the products, work with the chemists if anything needs changed, but just full transparency, I've just worked with a lot of companies and I've been in the industry a long time, and I just know all the lies and the really cheap sort of gimmicky things that the industry does, and my goal is just to eliminate that, break the mold, and just give you guys good solid products. If I wanted to do something gimmicky, I would have done it years ago and my views were, you know, way up there. But no, I'm passionate about this stuff, and truly, if you guys want, you know, the best wheel cleaner in the game, best degreaser, quick detailer, our ceramic clean, absolutely incredible. Our ceramic spray, absolutely incredible. If you want the best stuff in the world that's easy to use, give it a try. Read our reviews if you don't believe me. I mean, that's just it. I can sit here and look at this turd all day long. We're gonna dive into this thing next video, start cleaning it out, doing some detailing, doing some testing, some prepping, making it look a little bit nicer. We're gonna turbo this thing. We're gonna make it rip. I'm gonna drift it. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna probably daily it. It's freaking awesome, but there's quite a process here in Texas to do that. But we're gonna open up that trunk. We're gonna see what kind of camel spiders or freaking whatever the hell they got over there in Australia tucked in, hunkered down into this thing. Make sure you subscribe.